Hello, this is Dakar Azu again. In this recording, I'll show you how to solve quickly inequalities of the following types. That is, the absolute value of x minus a is greater than k, or the absolute value of x minus a is greater or equal to k. Now, I will not solve these equations, these inequalities, the conventional way. I find it inefficient. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing I did in the previous recording for inequalities where you have the less sign, not the greater sign, but the less signs. If you remember, let me remind you, earlier we said that when x minus a is less than k, we said that this is equivalent to negative k less than x minus a and less than k. Okay? We're going to use the same boundaries here, negative k and k. And actually what we did, we said that by adding a, we end up having this solution a minus k less than x less than a plus k. And so remember these two boundaries. Okay, I had an illustration of this that x was actually squeezed between a minus k and a plus k. A minus k and a plus k being the boundaries, okay, when you draw a line. And I did show you that. Okay, let me actually draw the line again so you understand exactly what I'm doing. Here, what we're going to do here for absolute value of x minus a less than k, the solution set on the number line is a minus k here, a plus k, and then you have x being here in between. Okay? But now, for x minus a greater than k, this is equivalent to having x less than a minus k or x greater than a plus k. You see, I'm using the same boundary a minus k here and a plus k, except here we're in the outside. If you want, if I draw a line here as an example, again for x minus a greater than k, on the number line, that's how it's going to look like. You're going to have a minus k here, you're going to have a plus k, and then the solution set is going to be on the outside. This is a great way actually to remember this. This is right there on the outside. So x is going to be here or x is going to be here. So compare this to the previous solution set. X is between a minus k and a plus k, but here again x is outside those two boundaries. X is less than a minus k or x is greater than a plus k, and that is the solution set. Again, let me write it down here and put a frame on it. X less than a minus k or x greater than a plus k. And this is the most efficient way I've found to solve these questions. Basically, if you can solve the inequality with the less symbol, you can also solve the one with the greater symbol, because they do share the same boundaries, a minus k and a plus k. So if you're given on the GMAT a question where you have a greater sign, you can solve it using the less sign, and at the end just remember that the solution set is going to be on the outside. So to give you an example of this, I can solve, for example, x minus 3 greater than 4. That's the same example, almost the same example I chose before, except it had a less sign here. Okay, now here it has a greater sign. So what I'm saying, if you understand how to solve this type of question, I am saying that this would be the solution set going to be a minus k, except a here is equal to 3 and k is equal to 4. So this is equivalent to, again, x less than 3 minus 4 or x greater than 3 plus 4. Much better. It's much faster. So x is less than negative 1 or x greater than 7. If you remember what we did again earlier, we said that the solution set for absolute value of x minus 3 less than 4 was x less than, actually sorry, x being between -1 and 7, -1 and 7. But in this particular case, it's outside those two numbers. Again, all you have to do is look at the solution set here and you'll understand what I did here. So essentially, I can do this type of questions very fast. I don't really have to do it the conventional way in the context of the GMAT because you want to be efficient, you want to go fast. So the best thing is just to know what the solution set is. Know what your A is, know what your K is, and that's it. You know how to solve it probably in 10 seconds. So I highly recommend you study this video and exactly how I did this type of questions. You know, again, the first time I did it with a less sign, and in this case with a greater sign, and you'll be able to do this type of question on the GMAT pretty fast. Now, having said that, there is more to these questions. They can make it a little bit more complicated, but we're going to be able to tackle that also. And I'm going to give you example of this in the next recording so you can exactly see how you can transform any equation of this type. You can, even if it looks a little bit more complicated than what you see, how to transform it into a model like this so you can solve the equation pretty quickly. Okay? Thank you for watching. Again, this is Dakarazo.